have received an abundance in resource. Now we must use them. All increase is given to us. Now we must give back. We have reaped the kingdom's rewards. Now we must go out and sow. The worldwide scale of sin is mental. And now we must take it down. We have a new installation of concepts coming to reveal the life of Jesus. The great double B's present this for this. What's up, idiots? Namaste. Here we are at Christian Concepts Plus. This is Season 2. I must say, that was actually a pretty good intro, Brandon. Gee, thanks, Short Stack. I really put in a lot of work there. Never call me Short Stack again, we're literally the same height. Not sure about those allegations, mate. You moron. We're literally the length of 2-meter rulers, for God's sake. It sounds like something a broke person would say. And what on earth does your length have to do with your finances, exactly? Usually the 5'5s are just poor, you know? And those under may as well be living in poverty. Oh, let's be real. Height is everything in this world. Appearance really does define us. But enough of that nonsense. That may be the only correct thing you've said all day, mate. Besides, height isn't everything. And there's some very short guys that are rich as well. Oh yeah? Then how about you name at least one? Oh wait, you can't. Luckily, I already did my research on this. There's Jeff Bezos, who you know is the Amazon founder. Mark Zuckerberg, who founded Meta and Facebook. There's Diamond John, who founded Fubu. And there's an investor on Shark Tank. And then there's a successful venture capitalist named Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary is 5'9", and the others are 5'7". And they're all rich as well. How is that for short and rich combined? Wow, you really are smarter than I originally thought. I know. And how weird. This is coming from the same guy that fucked all his chem, bio, and math exams. We're not doing this again. We are just not doing this again. I already know those mistakes and I'm already going to improve on them, mate. So you can't hold that over my head. Your mistakes are the mountain I'll stand on till the day I die. How petty does a person have to be to stoop this low? So as low as your height or as low as your math marks? The answer to that would apparently have to be very much. Did you enjoy the fall, Brandon? Oh, Jesus, this man is so infuriating. Don't use the Lord's name in vain, moron. I wasn't trying to, you know. Do you dare test his name? Oh, my stars, you're an idiot, you're an idiot. That sounds like something a dumbass would say. Hey. And you're a short one, too. Stop that. With just as short of a temper. What, are you a therapist now, man? No. I just really like annoying you. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Okay, I think you may have wasted enough time on the intro already, so let's move, shall we? Let's move. Finally! I thought we were never gonna get to the new concept. But anyways, we're now going to be looking at giving. We're gonna do it in different ways. Our first way, and our foremost way, is money. So we're gonna discuss money today. And no, we're obviously not giving you that money. You better go to your mum and heckle her 1,000 times until you get $1,000 if you're that desperate to make money. Just bug her until she caves in and gives in, alright? Please don't encourage viewers to start family drama. What can I say? We're capitalists. It's in our blood. Although I'm not really mad at you for acting like this, since you're right that we do need money, it is a tool of great importance that must be used and shall be used. But we don't really know the true meaning behind it. But the Lord knows the truth. Through his perspective, we're meant to be in the center, between two holes, between two valleys, between two little hellscapes, between two twisted ideals, between two cities, between... Hi, you can stop with the references now, mate. None of them even apply. Yeah, sure, whatever. Anyways, we're gonna look at those two ditches today and see which side you guys believe in more. There's your prosperity side, aka your spirit of mammon, your spirit of greed, the idea that you need more to succeed. And then there's poverty, living on the side of poverty, where you think less is more, or where you think you don't need anything at all, or that it's bad to want stuff. So essentially, if you live in poverty, you think like my beta clone over there. Quit frickin' with me! What, I can't have a good time now? I thought we were meant to be having fun in these videos, you know? Well, it's not fun when you're constantly bringing me down. Yeah, sure, I bring it real low. Not as low as your bank balance, though, and not as low as your height, for sure. Stop calling me short and broke, and stop trying to ruin the message. I just started it. Can't you see that I'm trying to get it out to these viewers here? Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this? Shut your mouth. What drugs are you smoking? Anyways, there's this thing about your prosperity gospel and your poverty. You can't really serve two sides. Luke chapter 16 verse 13 is clear about this. No one can serve two masters. Either you'll hate one and love the other, or you'll be devoted to one and despise the other. You can't serve both God and money. So what does this mean? You'll have to pick which ideal to believe in. Common misconception. Speaking of the misconceptions, we're gonna go through them today. And what exactly builds this ideal? Let's see how this goes and if people actually like the first episode now. The first ditch, the first side is prosperity gospel, or the spirit of mammon. You know what, Brandon? You can do this one. It's fitting since you've been acting this way the whole time. You think being rich and attractive and tall and lean and muscular is the true meaning of having purpose in life? You think appearance is everything. You think rich is everything. Or at least that's what you're saying right now. So you're taking poverty after because you're short and broke? Take it and continue. Wow. Just wow. That's a friendly way to pass a person a book, isn't it? Shut up, you piece of trash! Short fuse. I will kill you. Anyways, let's look at this ideology of mammon. So it says here, the Lord will provide you more if you follow him. It's not false, but that ideology comes from the idea that you want more, that you're conditioned to seek more. You drift away from the original teachings in order for personal gain. Our first subset of that is the transactional mindset, that give to get mentality, where you offer something, but all you want is to get something better in exchange, for you to get more, and more and more, till you have more than you can handle. However, the Lord tells you to give out of will, and not to miss the point by just trying to satisfy yourself with getting more. If you increase your giving, it expands the kingdom. But if you receive more, it'll contract. It'll get smaller. Like my beta client's height.
Wow, you can't resist, can you?
Yes, I can't resist.
Oh, man.
Alright. Let's move on with that before he breaks more things. Our second subset is entitlement. So I'm gonna have to be a Karen for this. Like, I demand this to be in this particular order. No, you're 1 centimeter too short. I deserve better. I deserve more. You don't get anything. Give it to me now. I own this studio. I own this area. And I'm gonna call the manager if you don't get your ass out. If you don't get out, you're cooked. I'm gonna see you in court. So you have your last chance. The door's right there. I hope you kind of enjoyed that. But anyways, you feel like you deserve more. You define life by what you have and feel you should get more. Even though the clear truth is that you all deserve nothing. We are all entitled scumbags and absolute sinning bastards that deserve nothing of this world. I'm sorry if it's not really sugar-coated enough or not really subtle, but it's just the truth. We deserve nothing. If anything, we deserve to get tortured in hell. However, the Lord saved us from that by dying on the cross for us. The wage of sin is death. He paid our wage for sin through death. So, we don't deserve anything because it's technically all his in the end. The Lord owes us nothing because of that death. I'm not telling you now that it's wrong to want stuff. I'm just telling you it's wrong to let it get to your head. Yap. That's rich coming from you, mate. You must be this tall to talk and have opinions. Sorry. Before he starts crying again as usual.
I don't cry all the time.
Yes, you do. Yes, the frick you do.
Lies.
But anyways, let's finish this off. Our next part of the Mammon mindset is the idea that we owe nothing. First, we talked about how we are owed something, but now we talk about how we ourselves owe nothing. We don't owe anything to anyone. That's what we think. When you give to the lesser, it's evidence of generosity. However, if you don't, that just shrinks your world. It closes you off. If you think you owe nothing to people, that's just crap. You, as a Christian, can claim to be who you are, but you can never be sure if it's true, if it's authentic, if you're just phoning it in, or if it just crumbles as soon as you say you owe nothing. Like, you can say, but can you obey?
Wow, what a terrible joke.
I'd like to see you come up with a better one. But anyways, it is bullcrap. We owe the world, the whole entire world, because we owe the Lord for what he's done. We need to love others and care for them by carrying his spirit to steward what we got from him. A righteous man, aka not any of you, but you can be, is meant to leave an inheritance, leave something for future generations to enjoy. They should live different. And that's the point of going to church sometimes and embracing who you are as a Christian. You don't leave the same. You never leave the same. You leave changed. You live a new life. You're reborn. We'll talk more about that when we do baptism, but from now, here's the last point of the Mammon mindset. The Lord will always bless me, no matter what. He will provide. It'll pass by like wind. But you have to actually take his word with it, or it'll pass. It'll just pass. if you don't take his word, it won't be able to move. He won't be able to move in our lives. He won't be able to realign our twisted paths. We'll be lost. And we'll never find a way again. He breathes on his word, and he blesses what he's given. And we are meant to follow his principles for the blessing to pass. And that means not letting greed condition you. And that's all the hell we have for today. But Brandon can take his book back. Wow. Okay. That's how we're gonna play. So it's so funny when you do it, but not when I do. Wow, what a double standard. Just be grateful you have the book, loser. Alright, everyone. We've discussed one ditch. One thing that can condition our opinions on money. Prosperity gospel or the side of mammon. Now, we're gonna flip. We're gonna change sides and discuss poverty. The poverty ditch will be taken by me. Because you're short and broke. Oh my god, will you just shut up with that joke already? Just shut the hell up. How hard is it? I ain't never doing that, you POS. I really should have seen this one coming. Yeah, the fault is yours. But yeah, just move on. Just move on, please. Yeah, sure, let's go over that curriculum. But anyways, the first side of the poverty mindset is the Lord never wants to bless us. Now that is a big fat lie, since he wants to give, bless, and provide for everybody. There will be trials and hardships, but then again, when aren't they? Because being a Christian isn't easy. However, he'll also give you eternal life. Anyways, next part. I'm not going to read all those verses, so you can just pause for them. Next one. Money is the root of all evil. Now that, my friend, is a common misconception. 1 Timothy 6:10 says, if I can just focus on it, for the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. So, that explains the misconception right there. Money itself isn't evil, because we all require it. We can't live without it. It's like our fucking oxygen. Sorry for swearing, but still. It's the mindset, the mentality that can be evil. If you get greedy, if you seek more like the spirit of mammon, if you drift your love away to give way to that money or devote to it like your own God, since you can choose to do that, we can choose to prioritize the Lord. And we all know what the better decision is. We all know what the better one is. Third one, I should only ask for what I need. It sounds good at heart, really, it does. And we should be happy with what we have. We should try to not seek more all the time. Of course, that's what a brokey like you says. Just keep ignoring. Anyways, it's good to have what you have and not always seek more for yourself. But there's a key difference there, since you should get more than you need, so that others can benefit from it too, so they can reap the rewards of what you've sown. So that the Lord can move through their lives as well and stabilize their paths in the same way he's doing for you. Our next point, I'll only get what I put in. When you sow seed, it can be multiplied if you put in the time and the effort to sow said seed. So just like our seeds, the Lord can trust you with a little, and if you're faithful with it, if you can work with it, he can trust you with more. He can trust you with a lot. He can multiply that seed and let others reap what you sow there. You can do with a little first, then you can do with a lot. If you can't handle a little bit, then what are you going to do with more? Like, for example, if the bank trusted you with $1 a day, if you couldn't handle it, how could you expect to handle 10 million from the business bank account? Exactly, you freaking couldn't. Our last point of the day, our last 2 points, if you give, you'll lack. You believe that you also have to keep the little you have, since you'll keep losing more and more. But it's fine. You don't even need to have the full abundance to give. All you really need is a good sense of sacrifice for it to be authentic, for it to be genuine. If a heart actually wants to go through with it, that's the true blessing that gives. And our last point is, I will never. As in, you'll never get a girlfriend. No, it refers to a sense of failure that you can get if you live poorly, if you live on the streets in poverty, or if you have less. It's a mentality that makes you think negative. Womp womp, Brokey. Those complaints won't automatically get you off the street, will they? First of all, stop calling me short and broke. And second of all, you're honestly kind of right. These complaints, this negative thinking, won't end poverty. If you think, I will never amount to anything, or I will never find someone kind enough to donate a few cents, I will never get off these streets. I will never live well. Or like, is there ever gonna be hope for me? I'm never gonna be enough. I'm never gonna get a girl. Or I'm never gonna get my grades up. Or I'm never gonna get any real friends. Or something like that. You can say all your I will nevers and change them to like perhaps or probably, to give that sense of thinking positively, where it possibly will occur, where you possibly will get something good. Anything is possible through the power of friendship. I mean, realistically, anything's possible through the power of the Lord, through the power of people that care about you. But you don't have real friends. Excuse me, but I have plenty of friends like Christian, Samson, Hongyu, Rohan, Roshan, Lexi, Chantel, and there are more on there, like Cynthia, Caitlin, Angela. Okay, we get it. We don't need the whole resume, do we, you social butterfly? Okay, soldiers, we've gone through the first concept today. We've looked at money and how you should think with it. How your side of prosperity gospel goes, where you think you need more. And how the side of poverty goes, where you either need less or you feel like you're only gonna get less. So the perspective, the mentalities really depend heavily on the type of person you are. Like, for example, are you tall, attractive, and cool like me? Or are you short, broke, and lame like Bernard? For the last time, just stop. Please. That's never, never, never gonna happen. But yeah, no. Just frick no. I'll take what I can get. You're not gonna go for more. You're not gonna go for better. It's no wonder you're so poor. You're just one spend away from being out in the slums like the Indians. Now you're offending poor countries too. You know what? I just can't. I'm done with you. I'm done with this video. At least we got through the content though. Editor, cut the camera, please. I can't do any more of this. Wow. I'll say, he already quit first episode. That's a new record. Not only is he broke financially, but he's broke in temper. It's so low, his tolerance levels, his patience. And he's also broken time, effort, and efficiency. He's wasting more time complaining about me telling the truth than he is at overcoming the truth. He's broken brain cells too. He's broken mentality. Say broke one more time. I dare you. Uh-oh, looks like I finally broke him, so goodbye. Shut your 2 cents spray tan looking at. Hey, didn't I just tell you to cut the damn camera? You're still broke.